Yo, what's up? It's your boy Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Legends never die, they stay in our hearts. If you want to support us, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also you can come down here and hit the join button under the video or in our channel section. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/currency365. And we also have Cash App and also PayPal for supports if you want to sow some seeds. Peace out. God bless. Enjoy the video and keep the movement going. Legends. Bye. All right, all right. Welcome back to Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. All right, so a lot of you guys did not see this post on Twitter. 444 people saw it, but a lot of you guys did not see this post on Twitter. So I wanted to bring this up, and it's just some things, not all the things that are still to come, and some things are going to change, right? Because we're making it known, and that's a good thing, right? So some of these things we want to actually change. We want them to change and not actually happen. So that's why we put it out, right? So some things we put out so that they can change it or it can be delayed, right? People can pray against it. It's not to fear people, it's to say, hey, these things are coming, and if we put them out, maybe the cabal changes them, right? Because now it is too obvious, or people actually get on their knees and pray and to make sure that it doesn't happen or doesn't happen to the effect that they want it to happen. Okay, that's why we put out things like this early. And let people know, hey, these things are coming. These are things that are being planned. Pray against it, or hopefully the cabal sees it and they change it, right? So, and that's to our benefit, right? So, not saying anything at all, then all of a sudden everybody's getting smacked around in the face and not prepared and not don't know what's coming next, and they're all angry at the prophets and saying, "Why aren't you telling us these things?" It's never, we can't win. The prophetic can't win because the prophetic tell you everything that they see. Oh my God, fear mongering, end of the world. Oh my God, it's scary. Why would you do that to us, right? And it's like, that's what we saw, And then it's like, and then if you don't say anything, it's, oh my God, you're a prop. You guys are supposed to be dreamers and prophets and prophetic. Isn't God telling you this stuff? Why is this stuff happening to us? And why didn't you guys see it beforehand? So we can't win. So that's why I don't even care about a lot about what people think anymore. I've really trained myself to really not care what people think anymore, because you can't win as in the prophetic. People are gonna hate you regardless, right? And so it doesn't even matter. Even if you're not even operating fully in your prophetic calling, and you're just a dreamer, they still hate your guts because you can dream and they can't. I mean, the jealousy is crazy, right? And so it's like, why can't I dream like that? Or I don't know. You know what I mean? But anyways, here are some of the things that are still to come since I was blabbing there. And this is not all the things, of course. There's so many things. If you watch my Patreon video today, I could have literally talked for 3 hours. There's so much going on, and there's so much things that are coming that we need to prepare and plan for. It's crazy, man. It's just so much overload. Um, and it's designed on purpose so that you can feel overwhelmed and like you're not going to win, right? And so, but all you have to do is become your own central bank, like Greg Marino says, and take care of your own self and your family, your friends, and that you love, that love you, support you, and know your vision, know what you're doing, and know that, and they're waking up. You can't take care of people that are not waking up. Stop trying to wake people up. They're not going to wake up unless God wants them to wake up. God has made some people, unfortunately, God has made some people reprobated minds, right? And so they're not going to wake up. So some people, you can't save everybody, and if you try, they will destroy everything around you, right? So I mean, how many of y'all have tried to save a person and they actually destroyed your entire family? Right? It's like a cancer. right? And so you can't do that. You can't. If somebody doesn't want to wake up, you just got to give it to God, right? You got to give it. You got to maybe you got to fast for them. Go on a 30-day fast for them. You really love them that much. Go on a 30-day fast for them on their behalf, and ask God to send Yeshua straight to them, and I'll wake them up. imagine, imagine Yeshua. How many of y'all have seen Yeshua in your dreams while you sleep? How many of you guys have seen Yeshua? Some of you guys have seen him inside your room, right? And some of you guys have seen him in your dreams. Not everybody has seen Yeshua, but I know a lot of you guys have seen Yeshua. And doesn't that change you? I mean, seeing Yeshua it basically confirms everything, right? When you see him, you see how golden he is, how how bronze and golden he is, just perfection, and just a loving human being, or a god, and just perfection, just peace. When you see him, he's peace, right? And you just smile at how beautiful and handsome he is, right? And just like, that's my savior. He's real. I can see him, right? And I don't, some people in the dreams, he's doing different things. Um, but yeah, it's interesting. So if Yeshua shows up, then it's amazing how people will change and people will wake up. Um, thousands of Muslims have woken up. So because they've seen Yeshua, so why wouldn't liberals, right? you know, Liberals will wake up if Yeshua goes and visit them, and that's what we need to pray for. We need to pray that Yeshua goes on a world trip and just on a world tour and just visits all the people, all the non-believers' homes, all the liberal homes, all the rhino homes, all the people that want to destroy America, all the people that want to destroy the earth. He just goes and visits them and change, and a lot of them will change. Not everybody will change, of course. They will see it and they'll keep it silent because they want to be evil, but a lot of people will change, right? Because that's an experience that we all should have, not just me or you, but everybody should have that experience of seeing Yeshua, especially the people that don't believe, because it's a wonderful thing. What a presence to be to have Yeshua show up in your dreams. Man, it's just amazing. It's amazing, and you can just tell that it's just perfection, you know. And it's a beautiful thing. All right. Sometimes Archangel Michael and on the other angels are there. They're opening the door for him or opening the portals for him. And like, it's crazy. You don't think these things. You don't. It's hard to explain it because like, it doesn't seem real, but it's like, how is that possible? But it is, right? And so that's the part that gets people tripped out. It's like, how's that possible? But it is. It's really possible, and it's really real, because things are spiritual before they're physical. And so the reason why a lot of people are going through a lot of pain and suffering on the earth, because they refuse to understand the spiritual side, and they only focus on the physical side. But the Word of God tells you that this world is mostly spiritual, not physical, and so you're doing it backwards, right? And so that's why. Okay, so things still to come. We have Russia all-out attack on Ukraine. Okay, I know Apostle saw that in her vision, and I think that's going to happen as soon as Kamala takes over office. They're going, oh, let's go. Weakness in weakness in the Oval Office in America. Let's go. Let's strike, strike, strike. There's already weakness now. I mean, they should be doing it now with Biden. We don't even know if we don't know where Biden's gone. Probably most likely because they're just putting clones out there now. This last clone was like 6'3". They're like, well, how did Biden get this tall? Anyways, China invasion of Taiwan. It's the perfect time to do that as well. I don't know why China would wait to do this, especially if they believe Trump's going to take office here. Why would you wait to? I wouldn't. If I was China, but I'm not evil like China to take over Taiwan. So what I mean. I would never do something like that. Shout out to the Taiwan people, man. Like, this is crazy that they want to take over. They want to invade Taiwan, man. Like, leave Taiwan alone, man. But anyways, they're going into Taiwan regardless of what I say. So unfortunately. But they've given Taiwan people enough time to get out. So if you do have any means of getting out of Taiwan before this happens, they are giving you time to get out. So China is giving you a little grace, or that maybe that's God giving you a little grace. Israel striking the Iran nuclear sites. They tried in April, failed, and maybe they'll be trying again here soon. As Netanyahu just said, they want war with Iran. So hitting those nuke sites would be to do the job. And plus, we're not going to see, in my opinion, the dinar doesn't revalue unless we see that the proxies and militias surrender, grave surrender. And one of the things that we saw with Kim Clement's prophetic word and others was that, and also I don't know if it was Clint Clement, but it definitely foot forward. Matthew foot forward prophetic word was that the nuke sites would be hit, and that would be one of the telltale signs. But also, as I told my Patreons, the currency auctions must end. That's the lifeline of the corrupt and the malicious. That's where they get all their money from. The Iraqi central bank auctions, right? So, and we talk about it in detail on Patreon, of course. For you guys that don't know. Okay. The Olympics. Okay, so that's starting today, and the ceremony just happened, and Coco and LeBron were carrying the flag for America there. Okay, so that started, and did anybody see anything? Let me know on Twitter, or let me know in Telegram groups or Patreon. Did anybody see anything strange or interesting? You take pictures of it and let us know. Let us see what you saw. Anything strange? Anything coded? Anything that you can decode or warn people about? Let us know. German war with Russia. That's going to be interesting, right? Russia invading Germany. Is that going to happen? It is. So this is where I think. Well, this is a lot of like this is for Patreon, so I'm not gonna, like going in detail with that. That's for Patreon. I don't think we're not gonna do that here. All right, we'll talk about it on Patreon. All right, so we've already talked about it, but I think I have a timing of when this is gonna happen. But I can't talk about it here. Okay, so bonds market implodes 10%. We know that's coming, right? So it's also part of Cliff High's data sets. And Cliff High data sets had it for this year, but I did tell you guys that I believe that we're 1 year off on a lot of things, right? Hopefully not on the dinar, but I'm still we still believe the dinar will be this year, but could be this year, right? We don't we can't guarantee anything because we've been off on those dates. Everybody's been off on those dates for a long time, so we can't guarantee anything. But the way the world is working right now, and the way that Kamala and Biden's weak, and is coming in, and the dollar is looking like it's about to fall through a cliff, it could be a perfect scenario for a currency reset here very soon, right? So the way that everything's set up in the world right now as well. So okay, now I did not put, as you can see, I did not put the California and Vegas earthquake tsunami, but that should be up here, right? Because that's coming as well, right? So um yeah, I'm not gonna say anything though. People are really angry at me for that one, um, including some people that I know personally. So I'm not gonna really talk much about that and just leave that alone. Um, they don't understand that delays are a blessing, right? In some aspects, right? Oh, it hasn't happened yet. So what? That's a great thing. When is a earthquake and a massive tsunami hitting the California and Vegas being delayed not a good thing? All blessings to God. What are y'all talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. Like so that's why I don't even talk about it much anymore. But yeah, that's one of the big ones, right? That's coming. Um, the fact that people say it hasn't happened, so I don't care what you say anymore. Uh, you don't know God then. Yeah, jeez, man. The fact that God is giving people more time. This thing was supposed to happen like 3 years ago, and God is giving people more time and grace. People that sin every day are getting time and grace from God. It's ridiculous. All praises to God and his loving and just his mercy on us, and his grace. That's what we should be praising. I guess crazy how people just go, "Oh, it didn't happen." Well, then, you're a liar. This is ridiculous. Yeah, the other 99% things that happen, I guess I'm not a liar on that too, am I? It's like it's crazy. Like let God give you. God's giving you grace so that when it does happen and you're still in California and you're just watching it come on you, you're gonna be thinking, "Oh, God gave me all this time and I'm still here. And I didn't take His word. I didn't take His warnings. And I didn't. So this is my fault. It's all on me now. So as the water's coming to get me, it's all on me. He gave me 3 extra years and all these warning signs, and I still didn't do nothing with it. So now it's on me." And that's how God operates, right? All right. Next one is we said the bond market. That's going to be a biblical event, right? So we already know that. Um, that's going to change everything. Just even that 10% is going to be crazy, right? You want to talk about? Man, I don't even want to talk about it. Let's move on because that's coming and it's gonna and nobody can even like put in like we can't put into words like what's going to happen when the bond market implodes. Dow 50,000 to 55,000. We talked about that on Patreon, and we have it going to to a certain month and time. We'll just leave that for Patreon, and then currency reset, right? And it's perfect time. It's the perfect time to reset currencies right now. It's a perfect time. It's a perfect time. Um, and it's definitely if Biden does any type of announcement that, hey, I'm out of here, or they kick him out, or they coup him out, whatever the case may be, and Kamala says, I'm president now, it'll be a perfect time for a currency reset. And all loss, the dollar will probably plunge 30% if Kamala says, I'm in there, I'm in now, I'm president, right? Um, she knows nothing about Wall Street financials. Like the dollar would plunge under Kamala in my opinion. That's good for stocks and crypto. I mean, that's good for cryptos, right? Unless cryptos plunge as well. Um, I don't know. So we know the dollar will plunge though, but until Donald Trump gets back in there. Well, Donald Trump wants a weaker dollar anyway, but it would go back. It would skyrocket back up first, and then Donald Trump would have to put some mechanisms in there to plunge it back down himself. And then also we have USDT tether depegging and repegging. Um, so that's going to be interesting. When is that going to happen? Right? I don't know. So we got to wait and see that. That's been delayed as well. Right? So we got to wait and see how that's going to play out and how low is it going to go before they repeg it back to $1. I don't know. But that's going to be a time to be able to get into a lot of cheap coins and stock. I don't know if that's going to be next year or 2026 or whatever is going to happen. But it could happen this year. Who knows? But tether depegging down to whatever number they depeg it to, and then bringing it back up. That's going to be really quite interesting. We saw it with USDC, but I think tether will be a lot lower. USDC went down to like what 86 cents or something like that, 89 cents, and then it went right back up. That was a quick, easy money there for anybody that loaded up on USDC. But I think Tether would go all the way down to a lot lower prices. I mean, and then if it did, my God, like things would really be cheap, right? So you would think that they would wait to the peak of the bull cycle to do something stupid like that, but we are talking about the cabal. All right. So that's the list. I mean, there's a whole bunch of other things that we can talk about. That are gonna be that's still to come, still to happen. So there's a bunch of stuff that's gonna be happening, but of course we don't have time to talk about all that stuff. But I'll be talking about a bunch of stuff on Patreon over the next several weeks, and but it's look, the global reset is completing, and we're gonna be going through a lot of big changes here in the coming weeks. I did tweet that a lot of big things are gonna happen before the election. I mean, before the Olympics, and they did, and so Now we're in the season of the reset. In my opinion, this is the time for the currency reset, especially if Biden's good is has to be cloned and he's not available, and they just Kamala and Obama and Kamala and Hillary and whoever are just gonna say, make the announcement and bring her in, right? That's basically what we're going because you know how hard it is to clone somebody over and over and over again and to have them appear places. Like Biden has stuff to do, like he's busy, and if he's not available and he has to be cloned everywhere, that's a lot of work. They're gonna. I'm pretty sure Obama and Kamala and Hillary and others that did this coup on Biden are going to say to whoever the aliens or whoever they're praising, whoever they're working for, um, Satan himself or whoever, right? You look, are going to say, let's make the announcement now, right? Let's make the announcement. Let's get Kamala in, even if she's just in for between now and November. Let's get her in now, and let's let her do as much damage as she can before the elections, right? Maybe even do enough damage that there is no elections, right? So, but we know that people have been praying against that, and I think God told Apostle that there will be elections, that they cannot stop the elections. So it'd be a perfect time for Obama and them to just say, "Hey, Kamala, get in there, do as much damage as you can before Trump reverses everything." And because remember, once again, Kamala hasn't done any groundwork, so she's coming in here with no groundwork, no city to city, state to state, county to county groundwork like Trump has done, and she didn't meet with the Wall Street. That's number one. You must meet with Wall Street in closed door meetings. Every president has. You must meet with the Fed, right? And as well the federal, because they're the ones that really run everything. And the central bankers, right? And the bankers, right? And she didn't do any of that. So that right there, all their signatures are for Donald Trump. And so there, if you know anything about this, then you know that everything that you're seeing with the polls and stuff is a complete lie, right? And they have to make it up because it's going to be, because if they don't, then nobody's going to watch the news, right? So they're making up all these poll numbers and stuff, and they're making everything close because if they don't, then no one's going to watch the news, right? So they want to keep everything interesting, even if they have to lie, and that's why they're the beast media, right? The propaganda beast media. They're going to lie about everything, and then when you see the elections and it's not even close, you can be like, "Oh my God, we were so wrong on the poll." No, you were wrong because you wanted to be wrong. You wanted to keep people paying attention to the news, right? And so that's why they do it. They can't have Biden up, Trump up, 70% and Kamala 30. No one's gonna watch the news. It's boring. It's not exciting. So Kamala's up 1%, even though she didn't do anything. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just ridiculous. But they're gonna keep doing that. They're gonna keep doing that until the elections, and then when you see the elections and there's a blowout, you can be like, "Oh my God, what happened? Come on, I thought you were winning or close." And it's all the deception. It's all a lie. Anyways, peace out. God bless. I'll see you guys in the next video. Those are some of the things that are still to come, and there's a bunch of more things that are still to come. And I know if you guys have any things that you believe that are coming to the world or America, then let us know on Twitter or let us know in Telegram, and or on Patreon, and I will check it out. All right. So anything interesting that you guys have or know that is coming, let us know. Peace out. God bless. I'll see you guys next video. Bye.